House to come to order. Members, proceed to your seats. Will the members please rise to the invocation delivered by Pastor Kyle McDaniel, Capital Commission State Minister of Frankfort, Kentucky, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's pray. Our Father, thank you for your love and mercy. We come before a holy and righteous God who rules over the cosmos with sovereign care and holy affection. In these days of trouble and war, we lean evermore into your providential care and unfailing love. Lord, these leaders are gathered to address the many needs of our great state. They arrive prepared, ready to advocate what they believe is good. May you bless them with divine wisdom, discernment, and insight, so they may know and promote what is true and good for Kentucky. But Lord, as we gather, we are all aware of conflict around the world. We grieve the brokenness of society and pray for justice to be secured, peace to triumph, and ultimately for your kingdom to come. Let us here in Kentucky seek your good and your kingdom. May we be obedient to the Lord, loving our neighbor and keeping our eyes on the resurrected Savior. Our hope is exclusively in you. So we pray yet again that your kingdom would come and that your will would be done on earth as it is in heaven. In the name of your glorious Son we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Clerk will sound the chimes. Members, indicate your presence. Clerk will take the roll. Being 99 members indicating their presence, a quorum is declared and the House is ready to proceed. Next order of business, the excuse of absent members. Gentleman from Taylor.
Mr. Speaker, I move you, sir, that the absent members be excused in accordance with the House rules.
Without objection, so ordered. Gentleman from Taylor.
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the rules for the purpose of allowing members to co-sponsor bills and resolutions or to submit vote modifications and have filed the proper papers with the clerk to do so.
Without objection, so ordered. Next order of business is the approval of the journal. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, the Clerk of the Senate.
Chair recognizes the Clerk of the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Senate has passed Senate Bills 156, 173, and 193 and respectfully request concurrence of this honorable body.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, sir.
Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I move you, sir, that the journal from Tuesday, March 3, 2026 be approved.
Without objection, the journal from Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026 is approved. Next order of business, the second reading of bills. Clerk, please report.
House Bill 236 with House Committee Substitute 1 and House Committee Amendment 1, the title amendment, Representative Ballman, an act relating to emergency management services. House Bill 600, Representative Imes, an act relating to the collection of delinquent tax bills. And House Bill 662, Representative Lawrence, an act relating to the regulation of low-voltage battery-charged security fences by local governments.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Next order of business, report of committees. Please report.
The Banking and Insurance Committee has met and reports the following. Senate Bill 118 should pass, an act relating to credit personal property insurance. Senate Bill 153 should pass, an act relating to the prevention of harmful and fraudulent practices. House Bill 380 with House Committee Substitute 1 should pass, an act relating to the regulation of virtual currency kiosk business. The Judiciary Committee has met and reports House Bill 542 should pass with House Committee Substitute 1, an act relating to eminent domain and declaring an emergency. House Bill 563 should pass, an act relating to driving under the influence. House Bill 762 should pass, an act relating to legal representation. House Bill 774 should pass, an act relating to the reporting of costs, fines, and fees. The Licensing, Occupations, and Administrative Regulations Committee has met and reports House Bill 273 should pass with House Committee Substitute 1, an act relating to barbering. House Bill 565 should pass, an act relating to fire protection. House Bill 657 should pass, an act relating to professional licensing background checks. House Bill 776 should pass, an act relating to the practice of dentistry. The Primary and Secondary Education Committee has met and reports House Bill 67 should pass with House Committee Substitute 1, an act relating to schools and declaring an emergency. House Bill 654 should pass with House Committee Sub 1, an act relating to school district reporting and declaring an emergency. House Bill 685 should pass with House Committee Substitute 1 and House Committee Amendment 1, the title amendment, an act relating to teacher certification. House Bill 727 should pass, an act relating to the Kentucky Educator Placement Service System. And House Bill 759 should pass, an act relating to teacher certification.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. All those bills and resolutions receiving favorable committee reports shall be considered as having their first reading and are ordered placed upon the calendar. Next order of business, the orders of the day. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I move you, sir, that House Bill 534 be taken from its place in the orders of the day and recommitted to the Committee on Elections.
Without objection, so ordered. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I move you, sir, that House Bill 307 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for a third time by title and sponsor only, and placed upon its passage.
Motion's made and seconded that House Bill 307 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for the third time by title and sponsor only, and placed upon its passage. Clerk, please report.
House Bill 307, an act relating to proactive post-secondary admission. Representative Tipton.
Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I yield to the gentleman from Spencer for explanation of the bill and motion thereon.
Chair recognizes the gentleman from Spencer for explanation of the bill and a motion thereon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, gentlemen from McCracken. I think we all recognize that in the world today, things are changing very rapidly. Information, knowledge, technology, and the workforce of the future are going to require skills that maybe weren't required in the past to hold down a job and have a career and a profession. We have a lot of young people, I think. Now, I was a first-generation college student a long time ago, but we have a lot of young people today that maybe they don't understand there are possibilities out there for them to go to college, go to a post-secondary institution, get a credential. So that's why we have House Bill 307 today. Mr. Speaker, would you have the clerk report House Committee Substitute 2?
Clerk, please report.
House Committee Substitute 2 to House Bill 307.
Gentleman from Spencer.
After we originally passed the first substitute in committee, staff recognized there might be some issues with the bill. We brought it back in bill, cleaned it up, and really the main difference between the sub and the original bill. In the original bill, we were going to ask the Council on Post-Secondary Education to submit these letters. Now the universities are going to be submitting the letters, and that's the main difference in the bill. I move for adoption of House Committee Substitute 2.
Motion is for the adoption of House Committee Substitute 2. Is there any discussion of the committee substitute? Seeing none, those in favor signify by voting aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. House Committee Substitute 2 is adopted. Gentleman from Spencer.
Mr. Speaker, would you ask the clerk to report House Floor Amendment 2?
Clerk, please report.
House Floor Amendment 2 to House Bill 307.
Gentleman from Spencer.
Thank you. Again, as we went through the process, what House Floor Amendment 2 does to House Committee Substitute 2, it just adds some clarifying language. I move for adoption of House Floor Amendment 2.
Motion is for the adoption of House Floor Amendment 2. Is there any discussion of the floor amendment? Seeing none, those in favor signify by voting aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. House Floor Amendment 2 is adopted. Gentleman from Spencer.
Thank you. House Bill 307 as amended by Committee Sub 2 and House Floor Amendment 2. What we have before us is a process where high school students who opt in to receive this information and who are eligible for prospective admission to a post-secondary institution will receive personal communication from our post-secondary institutions. It will also notify them, we've added in the bill, a common application for all 9 of our public post-secondary institutions. A student can fill out one application, then designate which schools they want to apply to. Another important aspect of this bill is we want data. So we're directing the KDE to share information on our students to KY Stats. KY Stats will be able to take this information and evaluate cohorts of students as they leave high school, they go to college, and they go on to the workforce and how successful they are. So we'll have some good data in the future on that. And Mr. Speaker, one other addition that we made to the bill is we actually gave this bill a designated name, and that is My Kentucky Future Act. And that's what this is about. This is about helping our young people understand what possibilities they have as they build their future in Kentucky. Mr. Speaker, I'd be happy to entertain any questions. This time I move for passage of House Bill 307 as amended by House Committee Substitute 2 and House Floor Amendment 2.
Question before the body is passage of House Bill 307 as amended by House Committee Substitute 2 and House Floor Amendment 2. Chair recognizes the lady from Jefferson 41 for discussion of the matter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have a question, and I really like this bill. Maybe 2 questions, if I could ask you.
Let's do one at a time.
Where is he? There you are.
He will yield.
Thank you. Gentlemen, so our students will get letters from the CPA. Is this true that what scholarships are available that they'll be able to apply for, and then that will be one application?
Gentleman Spencer.
Yeah, let me clarify that for you, lady from Jefferson. The letters will actually come from our universities and colleges, our 8 public institutions, and they will send out letters to students who preliminarily qualify for admission. In those letters, they would also include information on the common application for how the student can use that common application. They would include information on what institutional scholarships that are available, information on, we have a website in Kentucky now called futurity.org. It's a great resource on what jobs are out there in the future, what those jobs pay, what kind of education it requires to get those jobs. So that would all be included in the letter, but it would come from each of the universities to the students.
Lady from Jefferson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I love this bill. That's really good. So let me ask one last question. So this goes out to, oh, I'm sorry. Can I ask one more question? So this goes out to all of our high school students that are seniors that are getting ready to, are juniors, or who does this go out to?
Gentleman from Spencer.
The list would start out with juniors because at the end of their junior year, they're starting to look at college. It would not go out to every individual student. There is a provision in the bill where a student has to opt in because the student may not want information shared, say their GPA, their score on a test, but it would only go out, the information would only be provided for students who opt into the program to have their information shared. And then the universities would send out letters. A student may get letters from more than one university on students that preliminarily qualify. Does not guarantee admission, but it means that you have the preliminary qualifications to apply for admission to our school.
Lady from Jefferson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can I just speak really briefly?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for this really great bill. I think it's really going to help our kids. And as a grandmother of a granddaughter who's a junior, she is getting tons of information, as you said, from colleges, not just from Kentucky, from all over the place. And just to clarify, and I think you said this already, this is a lot of information for our students that will help them kind of streamline the process, but it doesn't mean that they've been accepted into the college, but it just helps them kind of get the ball rolling. But I really appreciate this, and I'll let my little junior in high school know about this and to watch. Thank you.
Question before the body is passage of House Bill 307 as amended by House Committee Substitute 2 and House Floor Amendment 2. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, clerk will sound the chimes. Those in favor vote aye. Those opposed, nay. Roll call is open for your vote. Have all members voted? Does any member wish to change or explain their vote? Clerk will take the roll. Being 97 members voting aye, no members voting nay, House Bill 307 is amended by House Committee Substitute 2 and House Floor Amendment 2 is passed. Gentleman from Spencer.
Mr. Speaker, I move the clincher.
Without objection, so ordered. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I move you, sir, that House Bill 418 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for a third time by title and sponsor only, and placed upon its passage.
Motion is made and seconded that House Bill 418 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for the third time by title and sponsor only, and placed upon its passage. Clerk, please report.
House Bill 418, an act relating to domestic violence. Representative Nemes.
Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I yield to the gentleman from Jefferson 33 for explanation of the bill and motion thereon.
Chair recognizes the gentleman from Jefferson 33 for explanation, bill, and a motion thereon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd ask the clerk to call House Committee Substitute 1, please.
Clerk, please report.
House Committee Substitute 1 to House Bill 418.
Gentleman from Jefferson.
Move adoption.
Motion is for the adoption of House Committee Substitute 1. Is there any discussion of the committee substitute? Seeing none, those in favor signify by voting aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. House Committee Substitute 1 is adopted. Gentleman from Jefferson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. House Bill 418 puts kids first when domestic violence is involved. It prioritizes the non-offending parent and ensures that repeatedly violent parents address their abusive behaviors before they have unsupervised visitation with the child. It also, Mr. Speaker, for the first time, takes false claims allegations of child abuse very seriously and makes that part of the consideration on child visitation. It ensures that the victim's advocates can be heard in court, and no victim, Mr. Speaker, this bill at base is about no victim of domestic violence should lose their children to their abuser. This was drafted in connection with our friends at Zero V, and I want to thank the lady from Kenton 65 for her practical improvements on the bill. With that, Mr. Speaker, I will move passage of House Bill 418 as amended by House Committee Substitute 1.
Question before the body is passage of House Bill 418 as amended by House Committee Substitute 1. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Rowland for discussion of the matter. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, clerk will sound the chimes. Those in favor vote aye. Those opposed, nay. Roll call is open for your vote. Have all members voted? Does any member wish to change or explain their vote? Clerk will take the roll. 96 members voting aye, 1 member voting nay. House Bill 418, as amended by House Committee Substitute 1, is passed. Gentleman from Jefferson.
Move the clincher.
Without objection, clincher is applied. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I move you, sir, that House Bill 593 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for a third time by title and sponsor only, and placed upon its passage.
Motion is made and seconded that House Bill 593 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for the third time by title and sponsor only, and placed upon its passage. Clerk, please report.
House Bill 593, an act relating to data centers. Representative Bray.
Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I yield to the gentleman from Rockcastle for explanation of the bill and motion thereon.
Chair recognizes the gentleman from Rockcastle for explanation of the bill and motion thereon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Would you please have the clerk report House Committee Substitute 1?
Clerk, please report.
House Committee Substitute 1 to House Bill 593.
Gentleman from Rockcastle.
So the committee substitute made some technical changes along the lines of allowing our local municipal utility companies extra time to develop some of these policies, and it also provided some operational flexibility for some of our electric providers. With that, I'd move adoption of House Committee Substitute 1.
Motion is for the adoption of House Committee Substitute 1. Is there any discussion of Committee Substitute? Seeing none, those in favor signify by voting aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. House Committee Substitute 1 is adopted. Gentleman from Rockcastle.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. House Bill 593 is a very important bill, especially with the rise of artificial intelligence and the need of data centers across the state of Kentucky. For the past 2 years, I've had the pleasure of being the House Chair of the Artificial Intelligence Task Force, and this issue is one that popped up over the interim. We have seen an incredible demand within Kentucky for data centers. They are absolutely necessary for the United States to lead the world in artificial intelligence development, but it's also very important that we provide assurances to ratepayers and utility customers across the state that we have common sense policies adopted so that in case things become more efficient or in case electrical demand changes in the future, that we won't have ratepayers stuck taking the risk or burdened with high electric bills because of data center development in the future. The bill aims to do one simple thing. We want to make sure that ratepayers aren't subsidizing or taking the risk on data center development. When we look at electrical capacity in the Commonwealth, the fact of the matter is we currently don't have enough electrical capacity for future growth, for economic development, and the timelines for increasing capacity are extremely long because of federal regulations and bottlenecks within the supply chain. So we're trying to take a common sense approach to make sure that we've got the electrical capacity we need to grow into the future and to make sure that ratepayers aren't saddled with the risk. It does this in 3 ways. It says, hey, we want, we recognize that data centers in Kentucky are important, but we want to make sure that when they come in, they either bring their own generation, which a lot of big tech companies are wanting to do. They purchase their power on the open market, or they prepay for any generation or transmission cost increases up front. In my conversations with the big tech companies that we want Kentucky doing business with, they are absolutely on board with this. I think it walks a very fine line of maintaining local control, so that we mandate that local certify that all local regulations are met before tax incentives are given, while protecting our energy supply into the future. I will be happy to take any questions, but with that, I move adoption of House Bill 593 as amended by House Committee Substitute 1.
Question before the body is passage of House Bill 593 as amended by House Committee Substitute 1. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, clerk will sound the chimes. Those in favor vote aye. Those opposed, nay. Roll call is open for your vote. Have all members voted? Does any member wish to change or explain their vote? Clerk will take the roll. Being 90 members voting aye, 8 members voting nay, House Bill 593, as amended by House Committee Substitute 1, is passed. Gentleman from Rockcastle.
Move the clincher.
Without objection, clincher is applied. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I move you, sir, that House Bill 5 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for a 3rd time by title and sponsor only, and placed upon its passage.
Motion's made and seconded that House Bill 5 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for the 3rd time by title and sponsor only, and placed upon its passage. Clerk, please report.
House Bill 5, an act relating to prison educational programs. Representative Decker.
Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I yield to the lady from Shelby for explanation of the bill and motion thereon.
Chair recognizes the lady from Shelby for explanation of bill and a motion thereon.
Mr. Speaker, I ask the clerk to report the House Committee Substitute to House Bill 5.
Clerk, please report.
House Committee Substitute 1 to House Bill 5.
Lady from Shelby.
Mr. Clerk, Mr. Speaker, I move adoption.
Motion is for the adoption of House Committee Substitute 1. Is there any discussion of the committee substitute? Seeing none, those in favor signify by voting aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. House Committee Substitute 1 is adopted. Lady from Shelby.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to yield to the lady from District 40 to present her friendly floor amendment.
Chair recognizes the lady from Jefferson 40.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is a very simple, very, very friendly amendment, and it simply allows for data collection for employment obtained after release, in addition to the language that tracks job offers prior to release. I appreciate the ladies' work on this and allowing this amendment to make a good bill even better. So I move for adoption of House Floor Amendment 1.
Motion is for the adoption of House Floor Amendment 1. Is there any discussion of the floor amendment? Seeing none, those in favor signify by voting aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Nay.
Oh.
Clerk, please report.
House Floor Amendment 1 to House Bill 5.
Motion is for the adoption of House Floor Amendment 1. Those in favor signify by voting aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. House Floor Amendment 1 is adopted. Lady from Shelby.
Speaker, if there are no questions, I move for passage of House Bill 5 as amended by House Committee Sub 1 and House Floor Amendment 1.
Question before the body is passage of House Bill 5 as amended by House Committee Substitute 1 and House Floor Amendment 1. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, clerk will sound the chimes. Those in favor vote aye. Those opposed, nay. Roll call is open for your vote. Have all members voted? Does any member wish to change or explain their vote? Clerk will take the roll. Being 99 members voting aye, no members voting nay, House Bill 5, as amended by House Committee Substitute 1 and House Floor Amendment 1, is passed. Lady from Shelby.
Mr. Speaker, I move the clincher.
Without objection, clincher is applied. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I move you, sir, that House Bill 584 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for a third time by title and sponsor only, and placed upon its passage.
Motion's made and seconded that House Bill 584 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for the third time by title and sponsor only, and placed upon its passage. Clerk, please report.
House Bill 584, an act relating to licensees authorized to prescribe or dispense controlled substances. Representative Smith.
Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I yield to the gentleman from Knox for explanation of the bill. Motion thereon.
Chair recognizes the gentleman from Knox for explanation of the bill and a motion thereon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This bill will be short. It only changes language in the law to be from a permanent ban to where it may be. Actually, the best way to explain it is if a physician loses their license, they go back through the process of being reinstated. They go through all the hurdles of being reinstated. They do all their punishment, and the medical board decides that they have done enough adequately to go back into practicing, and they receive their license. Kentucky had an area in their law where it said permanent ban on their DEA, and all it does is take permanent away and put may. And the reason for this is if they have been given the opportunity to go back into practicing by the medical association, then they should be able to apply for the DEA license. That doesn't mean they'll get them. So anybody that has, any physician that's lost their license, first of all, the guardrail is may never practice again, and also may never receive their DEA license again. But if they're given their license back, they should have the opportunity to apply to get DEA. So if there's not any questions, Mr. Speaker, I'd like for passage of House Bill 584.
Question before the body is passage of House Bill 584. Is there any discussion? Chair recognizes the lady from Jefferson 34 for discussion of the matter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So I understand that this is removing a permanent ban and that it is a may, not a shall, so it is giving discretion. My question is there a limitation?
He will yield to a question.
I'm so sorry. Gentlemen, would you yield to a question?
He will yield.
Gentlemen, I understand that this language is a may and not a shall, and that it is removing the permanent ban so that the organization can decide whether they want to let the physician come back into practicing again. My question is there a limit as to how, if a physician were to come back in and be granted that access, and then that individual has another misstep and does something, is there a limit as to how many times an individual could be brought back in?
Gentleman from Knox.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First of all, they're limited in the first place. They can be told no to even go back to practice. So if you're asking if it happens several times, it'd be shame on the licensing board to give them their license back a second time if they've already been granted leniency from the first. So the limitation is already given to them. They can say no on the license, and then it's over with. Or if the medical association, medical board sees fit to let them go back to practicing, all this does is we have a permanent ban from the federal side of the DEA on licensing. All this does is gives a may so they can apply. The federal can still say no, and then they can't practice. So there's a lot of safeguards still in place This does not remove them, or it doesn't encourage multiple violations.
Lady from Jefferson.
Thank you so much.
Chair recognizes the lady from Fayette 93 for discussion of the matter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Would the gentleman yield to a question?
He will yield.
Gentlemen, do you know how many providers or former providers this are impacted by the current law here in Kentucky?
Gentleman from Knox.
I do not, Mr. Speaker.
Lady from Fayette.
All right, thank you.
Chair recognizes the lady from Jefferson 35 for discussion of the matter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm very torn on this bill. Will the gentleman yield to a question?
He will yield.
Thank you. So, sponsor, I'm curious. I think I heard you say that if they were refused their DEA license to get that back, then they couldn't practice. But would they not still be able to practice, but just not have the DEA for scheduled drugs?
Gentleman from Knox.
Mr. Speaker, that's correct, but it'd be like having your truck driving license and not have a truck.
Lady from Jefferson.
Well, I guess I'd like to speak on the bill, if I may.
Yes, ma'am.
So I love the analogy. It's good. I think it is a little different, though, because a physician could still prescribe antibiotics, anti-inflammatories, any number of non-scheduled drugs, and then they would be able to refer out for someone who needs opioids or highly limited drugs. So I'm not sure the analogy fits, but I'm going to continue to wrestle with this issue. Thank you very much.
Question before the body is passage of House Bill 584. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, clerk will sound the chimes. Those in favor vote aye. Those opposed, nay. Roll call is open for your vote. Have all members voted? Does any member wish to change or explain their vote? Clerk will take the roll. There have been 80 members voting aye, 16 members voting nay. House Bill 584 is passed. Gentleman from Knox.
Move for the clincher.
Without objection, clincher is applied. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I move you, sir, that House Bill 628 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for a third time by title and sponsor only, and placed upon its passage.
Motion's made and seconded that House Bill 628 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for the third time by title and sponsor only, and placed upon its passage. Clerk, please report.
House Bill 628, an act relating to the Athletic Trainer Compact. Representative Jackson.
Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I yield to the gentleman from Warren 20 for explanation of the bill and motion thereon.
Chair recognizes the gentleman from Warren 20 for explanation of bill and a motion thereon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I ask the clerk to report House Committee Substitute 1 to House Bill 628.
Clerk, please report.
House Committee Substitute 1 to House Bill 628.
Gentleman from Warren.
Move for adoption.
Motion is for the adoption of House Committee Substitute 1 to House Bill 628. Is there any discussion of the committee substitute? Seeing none, those in favor signify by voting aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. House Committee Substitute 1 is adopted. Gentleman from Warren.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. House Bill 628 is an athletic trainer interstate compact bill. We are currently working with 11 other states on legislation to establish the compact. At present, athletic trainers are one of a few healthcare providers without an interstate compact. Athletic trainers are vital members of the healthcare team, certified by passing a national exam and licensed under the Kentucky Board of Medical Licensure. As a career coach, I have seen firsthand the value of athletic trainers on our campuses. just in the past 2 weeks here in Kentucky, we've had 2 incidents. One, a tragedy of a 15-year-old student athlete, her death due to cardiac arrest at practice with no athletic trainer available. And one of a spectator saved by an athletic trainer with the use of CPR and an AED device at a high school basketball game. Athletic trainers on campuses can actually save lives. Mr. Speaker, if there are no questions, I move for passage of House Bill 628 as amended by House Committee Substitute 1.
Question for the body is on passage of House Bill 628 as amended by House Committee Substitute 1. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, sound the chimes. Now proceed to vote. All those in favor, please signify by voting yea on the roll call machine. Those opposed, nay. And the roll call machine is open for your voting. Have all members voted? Would any member like to change or explain their vote? Clerk will take the roll. There being 97 members voting yea, no members voting nay, House Bill 628, as amended by House Committee Substitute 1, is passed. Gentleman from Warren.
Mr. Speaker, I move the clencher.
Without objection, the clencher is applied. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I move you, sir, that House Bill 469 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for a third time by title and sponsor only, and placed upon its passage.
Motion made that House Bill 469 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for a third time by title and sponsor only, and placed upon the floor for its passage. Mr. Clerk, please report.
House Bill 469, an act relating to local boards of education. Representative Bivens.
Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I yield to the gentleman from LaRue for explanation of the bill and motion thereon.
Chair recognizes the gentleman from LaRue for an explanation of the bill and a motion thereon.
Mr. Speaker, I would ask the clerk to report the House Committee Substitute 1 for House Bill 469.
Mr. Clerk, please report.
House Committee Substitute 1 to House Bill 469.
Gentleman from LaRue.
Mr. Speaker, I would move the adoption of the House Committee Substitute to House Bill 469.
Motion made for the adoption of House Committee Substitute 1. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. All opposed, nay. Motion carries. House Committee Substitute 1 is adopted. Gentleman from LaRue.
You know, Mr. Speaker, I'm not an educator. I'm a parent, though, and most people know that I'm a farmer. And several years ago, I was reassured when serving as president of a local organization to go in, and I was asked to go in and read a book to some elementary school kids, and they wouldn't let me go because I hadn't passed a background check yet. I had heard and kind of fussed about it at the time, but I realized how important children's safety was. You know, and as a farmer, I'm quick to tell everybody the most precious commodity we raise in this state is our children. So I kind of found it disturbing a few years ago when I had a friend from outside my district say something to me about a school board election they had that had a person running for this election that was questionable, I guess would be the best way to put it. Wound up that person did not win that election, but after being elected, a friend of mine reminded me, he says, you know, something needs to be done about that. And I looked into it, and it's kind of a shame that teachers, educators, volunteers, everybody that deals with our children in a school system have to go through a background check. However, a member of a board of education does not. So this bill's a simple bill. All it would do is require that when a person files to run for school board, an open school board seat, or be put back on school board, they will have to have a background check done. At that time, the county clerk will then, when the background check comes back, it will be decided whether they go on the ballot or they do not. I'd be happy to answer any questions, but if there are none, I would move for the passage of House Bill 469.
Motion made for the passage of House Bill 469 as amended by House Committee Substitute 1. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, sound the chimes. Now proceed to vote. All those in favor, please signify by voting yea on the roll call machine. Those opposed, nay. And the roll call machine is open for your voting. Have all members voted? Would any member like to change or explain their vote? Clerk will take the roll. There being 98 members voting yea, no members voting nay, House Bill 469 as amended by House Committee Substitute 1 is passed. Gentleman from LaRue.
Mr. Speaker, I would move the clincher.
Without objection, the clincher is applied. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, that concludes the orders of the day.
Next order of business is motions, petitions, communications, and announcements. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the rules to change the order of business to introduction of new bills and resolutions being placed after the report of the Committee on Committees and Rules Committee for just today.
The motion from the gentleman from McCracken is that we suspend the rules to allow moving the reading, introduction of new bills and resolutions to later in the order. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
It does take a constitutional majority of 51 members to suspend the rules. So, Mr. Clerk, please sound the chimes, and we will now proceed to vote. All those in favor of suspension of the rules, please vote yea on the roll call machine. Those opposed, nay. And the roll call machine is open for your voting. Have all members voted? Clerk will take the roll. There being 89 members voting yea, the rules are suspended for that purpose. Gentleman from McCracken.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The reason we did that was today is the last day to file bills, and while I tend to agree with the vice chairs of A&R, I like to say that our staff is working diligently as hard as they can to churn out the products and deliver them to the members. We may have to hold the floor open a little bit longer. Once motions, petitions, communications is done, that will basically be the end of the day for the members. We'll keep the floor open for filing of bills and having those reported. So that was the purpose for that motion today. Mr. Speaker, the next motion I have, sir, is I move you, sir, that House Resolutions 85 and 95 be taken from the Committee on Committees and brought to the House floor.
Without objection, so ordered. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I move you, sir, that House Bill 647 be taken from the Committee on Appropriations and Revenue, given its second reading, and then returned to the Committee on Appropriations and Revenue.
Without objection, so ordered. Mr. Clerk, please report.
House Bill 647, Representative McPherson, an act relating to economic relief for local communities of the Commonwealth and declaring an emergency.
Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I move you, sir, that House Joint Resolution 81 be taken from the Committee on Appropriations and Revenue, given its first reading, and then returned to the Committee on Appropriations and Revenue.
Without objection, so ordered. Mr. Clerk, please report.
House Joint Resolution 81, Representative Bray, a joint resolution authorizing the release of funds and declaring an emergency.
Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I move you, sir, that House Bills 502, 816, 869, House Joint Resolution 75, and House Joint Resolution 76 be taken from the Committee on Committees, given their first reading, and then returned to the Committee on Committees.
Without objection, so ordered. Mr. Clerk, please report.
House Bill 502, Representative Petrie, an act relating to road projects and declaring an emergency. House Bill 816, Representative Rudy, an act relating to authorizing the payment of certain claims against the state, which have been duly audited and approved according to law, and have not been paid because of the lapsing or insufficiency of former appropriations against which the claims were chargeable, or the lack of an appropriate procurement document in place, making an appropriation therefore and declaring an emergency. House Bill 869, Representative Bowling, an act relating to economic development, making an appropriation therefore and declaring an emergency. House Joint Resolution 75, Representative Petrie, a joint resolution relating to road projects. And House Joint Resolution 76, Representative Petrie, a joint resolution relating to road projects.
Mr. Speaker, at the moment, that's all I have for motions, petitions, communications, and announcements.
Chair recognizes the gentleman from Russell.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Communicate with the body.
Yes, sir. May proceed.
Members of Economic Development and Workforce Investment Committee, we will not be meeting tomorrow morning.
Members take note. Chair recognizes the lady from Davis 7.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have some guests we would like to introduce.
Yes, ma'am.
We have Kendall Slaughter. She is the National FCCLA officer from Spencer County here with us today. We've had the Home Builders Association. We have had the Boys and Girls Club representatives, the West Kentucky Ag Leadership Group, and a special group that we had with us today from the University of Kentucky. We had Coach Will Stein, happy to have him, Dr. Capilouto, their entire team. But more importantly, we had Scratch and Wildcat. So please make them all feel welcome.
Chair recognizes the gentleman from Jessamine.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Call a citation, please.
Yes, sir. May proceed.
Would you please have the clerk call citation number 59 by title only?
Mr. Clerk, please report.
Citation 59, Representative Lockett. Citation of appreciation. The House of Representatives of the Commonwealth of Kentucky hereby recognizes and honors Melinda Riles Smith.
Gentleman from Jessamine.
We just want to wish her a happy retirement after 36 years of service at the Kentucky United Methodist Homes for Children. I move for adoption.
Without objection, so ordered. Citation is adopted. Chair recognizes the lady from Fayette 75.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to observe a Women's History moment.
You may proceed.
Pam Miller helped transform Lexington into a city that values community, sustainability, and civic engagement. In 1993, she became the first woman elected mayor of Lexington after already making history 2 decades earlier as the first woman elected to public office in the city. Mayor Miller's leadership extended well beyond traditional mayoral duties. She founded Lexington's first farmers market, creating a vibrant space where local farmers and residents could connect. Later, as mayor, she championed the urban area green space plan, helping protect parks and natural resources even as Lexington grew. She also formed Partners for Youth, a nonprofit that supports programs for young people across the community. Mayor Miller's career showed us how visionary leadership can expand economic opportunity, strengthen neighborhoods, and foster civic life. Her legacy is not only in policy achievements, but in the everyday experiences of Lexington residents, from morning market strolls to access to green spaces and youth opportunities. On a personal note, I was incredibly lucky to attend church with Mayor Miller. It's my honor to speak of her today and the great things that she did for the people of Lexington. Thank you.
Chair recognizes the gentleman from Berrien 23.
Make an announcement to the body.
You may proceed.
BR Subcommittee on Post-Secondary Education will not meet tomorrow.
Members take note. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Taylor 51.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Communicate to the body.
Yes, sir.
Tonight, New Orleans Inspired Legislative Reception and Open House. Sponsored by Sazerac and the Commonwealth Alliances. Starts at 6:30 and it's located at the historic Macklin House on 212 Washington Street. Hope to see everybody there tonight. Thank you.
Members take note. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Whitley, 82.
Make an announcement, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir. You may proceed.
The House Standing Committee for Families and Children will meet tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Thank you.
Members take note. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Spencer, 53.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to call legislative citation.
You may proceed.
Would you have the clerk report legislative citation 58 by title only?
Mr. Clerk, please report.
Citation 58, Representative Tipton. Citation of achievement. The House of Representatives of the Commonwealth of Kentucky hereby recognizes and honors Kendall Slaughter.
Gentleman from Spencer.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The members of the House Standing Committee on Primary and Secondary Education had the opportunity to hear from Kendall this morning. She is a senior at Spencer County High School. Back in July of 25, she was elected as National Vice President for FCCLA. She is the first student from Spencer County to ever be elected as a national officer in any student organization in Spencer County history. She has previously served FCCLA in leadership roles at the chapter, regional, and state levels, and in her current position, she works to support, grow, and expand national partnerships and sponsorships for the FCCLA organization. Kendall is an outstanding young lady. She's already got a tremendous track record of success and has a bright future in front of her. She will be attending the University of Kentucky this fall, where she will major in agricultural education, and we're honored to have her here today. Mr. Speaker, I move for adoption of the citation.
Without objection, citation is adopted. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Warren, 20.
Act on a citation, please.
Yes, sir. You may proceed.
Mr. Speaker, would you have the clerk read citation 57 by title only?
Mr. Clerk, please report.
Citation 57, Representative Jackson. Citation of celebration. The House of Representatives of the Commonwealth of Kentucky hereby recognizes and honors the Kentucky School Boards Association.
Gentleman from Warren.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We are celebrating the 90th anniversary of the Kentucky School Board Association this year. The Kentucky School Board Association was established in 1936 when a group of locally elected school board members came together to address issues affecting public education and local governance in the Commonwealth. The Kentucky School Board Association continues to provide training, policy guidance, communication, and other services that equip local school boards to govern effectively. The association represents all 171 public school boards in Kentucky, comprising 857 locally elected school board members, who together form the largest body of elected officials in the Commonwealth and exemplify the importance of local leadership in public education. Mr. Speaker, move for adoption.
Without objection, citation is adopted. Chair recognizes the lady from Shelby, 58.
Mr. Speaker, I move that House Bill 800 be withdrawn. I am the primary sponsor, and I filed the proper paperwork with the clerk.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you.
Chair recognizes the gentleman from Jefferson, 36.
Mr. Speaker, the House Elections Committee will be meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Members take note. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Campbell, 67.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that House Bill 37 be withdrawn. I am the primary sponsor, and I filed the proper paperwork with the clerk.
Without objection, so ordered. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Menifee, 74.
Make an announcement, please.
Yes, sir.
To the members of the State Government Committee, we will not be meeting tomorrow.
Members take note. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Carter, 96.
Make an announcement to the body, please.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow morning from 8:30 to 10:30 a.m. in room 113, there will be a legislative breakfast sponsored by the Kentucky State Building and Construction Trades Council. All are welcome to attend.
Members take note. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Webster, 12.
I'd like to make an announcement, please.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to announce to the members of the Natural Resources and Energy Committee, we will meet tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Thank you.
Members take note. Chair recognizes the lady from Jefferson 40.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. May I ask the clerk to please report House Resolution 95?
Mr. Clerk, please report.
By title only.
House Resolution 95, a resolution honoring the accomplishments of the Hindu community in Kentucky. Representative Kulkarni.
Lady from Jefferson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Colleagues, today is Holi. It's a Hindu festival that celebrates with bright colors the arrival of spring and the triumph of hope and renewal over darkness. Those themes of renewal and hope are not unfamiliar in a place like this, where we gather each year to debate ideas, improve laws, and try to move our Commonwealth forward. It is especially fitting that today we present this resolution recognizing the accomplishments and contributions of the Hindu community in Kentucky. Across our Commonwealth, Hindu residents are making meaningful contributions to our state's professional, civic, and cultural life. Many serve as physicians, engineers, university faculty, and small business owners who help strengthen Kentucky's economy and healthcare system. Hindu temples and cultural organizations in cities like Louisville, Lexington, Bowling Green, Owensboro, and Richmond serve as gathering places that support charitable work, cultural education, and community outreach. From Diwali celebrations at the Capitol, and I want to pause here to thank the gentleman from Warren 20 for his work in making that happen, to holy festivals in Louisville and community service efforts across the state, Hindu Kentuckians continue to share traditions that emphasize hospitality, service, and community. Through both professional service and community engagement, Hindu Kentuckians help strengthen communities across our Commonwealth. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I move for adoption of Resolution 95.
Without objection, so ordered. Chair recognizes the lady from Kenton 64.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to communicate with the body.
Yes, ma'am.
The Health Services Committee will meet at 12 noon in room 149 tomorrow.
Members take note. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Woodford 56.
Have an announcement to the body.
Yes, sir.
Kentucky State University's annual fish fry is tonight. It will begin at 5 p.m., excuse me. Get an early start. They're on the second floor of their cooperative extension building at 400 East Main Street. All members are welcome.
Members take note. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Jefferson 33.
Mr. Speaker, may I make an announcement?
You may proceed.
The impeachment committee will meet upon adjournment. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Members take note. Any other members seeking recognition of motions, petitions, communications, and announcements? Seeing none, the next order of business is a meeting of the Committee on Committees and Rules Committee. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, move you, sir, the House would stand in recess for a meeting of the Committee on Committees and the Rules Committee at the clerk's desk.
Without objection, the House will stand in recess for a meeting of the Committee on Committees and Rules Committee at the clerk's desk. House come to order. Next order of business is report of Committee on Committees and the Rules Committee. Mr. Clerk, please report.
The Committee on Committees has met and referred the following bills and resolutions to Agriculture: Senate Bills 5 and 73, and House Bills 746, 747, 748, and 756. To Appropriations and Revenue, House Bills 502, 739, 757, 816, and 869. House Joint Resolution 75 and House Joint Resolution 76. To Banking and Insurance, House Bills 736, 740, and 751. To Economic Development and Workforce Investment, House Bills 732 and 738. To Elections, Constitutional Amendments, and Intergovernmental Affairs, House Bill 753. To Families and Children, House Bill 778. To Health Services, House Bill 752. To the Judiciary, House Bills 728 and 750. To Licensing, Occupations, and Administrative Regulations, House Bills 729, 733, 734, 735, 744, and 745. To Local Government, House Bills 730, 754, 755, 758, and House Concurrent Resolution 83. To Tourism and Outdoor Recreation, House Bills 742 and 743. To Transportation, House Bills 737 and 741, and House Joint Resolution 82. And to Veterans, Military Affairs, and Public Protection, House Bill 749. The Rules Committee has met and posted the following bills and resolutions to the regular orders for Thursday, March 25th, 2026. House Bills 227, 598, 600, and 662. The Rules Committee has also met and recommitted the following bills and resolutions: to Appropriations and Revenue, House Bill 226; to Tourism and Outdoor Recreation, House Bill 506.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. The next order of business is introduction of floor amendments. Mr. Clerk, please report.
House Floor Amendment 2 to House Bill 227, Representative Lehman. House Floor Amendment 1 to House Bill 380, Representative Meredith. House Floor Amendment 1 to House Bill 498, Representative Duvall. House Floor Amendment 1 to House Bill 654, Representative Baker. House Floor Amendment 1 to House Bill 757, Representative Burke. House Floor Amendment 1 to House Bill 762, Representative Dietz. House Floor Amendment 1 to House Bill 776, Representative Lewis. And House Floor Amendment 2 to House Bill 776, Representative Tackett Lafferty.
Next order of business is adjournment. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, we are not going to adjourn at this point. We're going to hold the floor open. If you have any bills to file, today is the last day to file bills. If you want to tell us that you're waiting on one, we have been told that there's only one bill in the queue that's still being worked on. So as soon as that gets finished up and filed, we will come back in and we will have the report of new bills and resolutions filed, and then we will adjourn. When we do adjourn, we will adjourn until 2 p.m. March 5th, the year of our Lord, 2026. Mr. Speaker, I move that the House would stand in recess until the call of the chair.
Without objection, the House will stand in recess until the call of the chair.
House come to order. Next order of business is introduction of new bills and resolutions. Clerk, please report.
House Bill 874, Representative Grossel, an act relating to elections. House Bill 875, Representative Raymer, an act relating to interscholastic athletics. House Bill 876, Representative Massaroni, an act relating to smart meters. House Bill 877, Representative Massaroni, an act proposing to amend Section 170 of the Constitution of Kentucky relating to exempting property from taxation. House Bill 878, Representative Roberts, an act relating to the abolishment of eminent domain. House Bill 879, Representative Raymer, an act relating to guardianship. House Bill 880, Representative Riley, an act relating to the Interstate Dental and Dental Hygiene Licensure Compact. House Bill 881, Representative Riley, an act relating to education. House Bill 882, Representative Truitt, an act relating to discipline of students. House Bill 883, Representative Truitt, an act relating to virtual schools and declaring an emergency. House Bill 884, Representative Gordon, an act relating to alpha-gal syndrome. House Bill 885, Representative Gordon, an act relating to cosmetology. House Bill 886, Representative Holloway, an act relating to inherited property. House Bill 887, Representative Johnson, an act relating to office space leases for the Kentucky Public Pensions Authority and declaring an emergency. House Bill 888, Representative Bray, an act relating to collective bargaining agreements and declaring an emergency. House Bill 889, Representative Decker, an act relating to operations within the Department of Corrections and declaring an emergency. House Bill 890, Representative Branscombe, an act relating to economic development. House Bill 891, Representative White, an act relating to the proration of motor vehicle property taxes. House Bill 892, Representative White, an act relating to state procurement. House Bill 893, Representative Bonta, an act relating to sentencing. House Bill 894, Representative Gentry, an act relating to medicinal cannabis. House Bill 895, Representative Gentry, an act relating to the regulation of psychoactive substances. House Bill 896, Representative Gentry, an act relating to hemp products and declaring an emergency. House Bill 897, Representative Bowling, an act relating to investor-owned water utilities. House Bill 898, Representative All, an act relating to collective bargaining agreements. House Bill 899, Representative All, an act relating to school violence. House Bill 900, Representative Petrie, an act relating to government agencies, making an appropriation therefore and declaring an emergency. House Bill 901, Representative Lehman, an act relating to retirement benefits for employees participating in hazardous positions in the county employees retirement system. House Bill 902, Representative Hancock, an act relating to supplemental payment for retired state employees, making an appropriation therefore and declaring an emergency. House Bill 903, Representative Griffey, an act relating to barber apprenticeships. House Bill 904, Representative Meredith, an act relating to gaming. House Bill 905, Representative Dietz, an act relating to salaries of the Court of Justice. House Bill 906, Representative Moser, an act relating to student health and safety. House Bill 907, Representative Sharp, an act relating to education. House Bill 908, Representative Sharp, an act relating to government proceedings. House Bill 909, Representative Sharp, an act relating to legislative oversight. House Bill 910, Representative Emily Callaway, an act relating to drug paraphernalia. House Bill 911, Representative Rudy, an act relating to planning and zoning. House Bill 912, Representative Whitaker, an act relating to statutory interpretation. House Bill 913, Representative Gentry, an act relating to cannabis-infused beverages. House Bill 914, Representative Josh Callaway, an act relating to the protection of children. House Bill 915, Representative Josh Callaway, an act relating to a jury trial when a child is removed from a parent. House Bill 916, Representative Maddox, an act relating to an ad valorem tax exemption for motor vehicles. House Bill 917, Representative Maddox, an act relating to fiscal statements. House Bill 918, Representative Maddox, an act relating to fish and wildlife law enforcement. House Bill 919, Representative Nemes, an act relating to court facilities and declaring an emergency. House Bill 920, Representative Pollack, an act relating to large group health insurance. House Bill 921, Representative Grossberg, an act relating to teachers of exceptional children. House Bill 922, Representative Grossberg, an act relating to medical school loan repayment. House Bill 923, Representative Grossberg, an act relating to elections. House Bill 924, Representative Watkins, an act relating to the Public Service Student Loan Forgiveness Program, making an appropriation therefore and declaring an emergency. House Bill 925, Representative Miles, an act relating to wind energy. House Bill 926, Representative Miles, an act relating to economic development. House Bill 927, Representative Tackett Lafferty, an act relating to disability retirement benefits for the county employees retirement system. House Bill 928, Representative Marzian, an act relating to the General Assembly. House Bill 929, Representative Meade, an act relating to sex offender registration fees. House Bill 930, Representative Ballman, an act relating to crimes and punishment. House Bill 931, Representative Chester Burton, an act relating to children in foster care. House Bill 932, Representative Chester Burton, an act relating to teachers. House Bill 933, Representative Chester Burton, an act relating to alcoholic beverages. House Bill 934, Representative Chester Burton, an act relating to harassing communications. House Bill 935, Representative Rudy, an act relating to workers' compensation. House Bill 936, Representative Rudy, an act relating to the Kentucky Business Investment Program. House Bill 937, Representative Roberts, an act relating to high-intensity technological infrastructure. House Bill 938, Representative Chester Burton, an act relating to occupational health and safety. House Bill 930, Representative Rudy, an act relating to cities. House Joint Resolution 101, Representative Flannery, a joint resolution designating the Staff Sergeant David W. Harris Memorial Bridge in Carter County. House Joint Resolution 102, Representative Flannery, a joint resolution designating the Lewis County Vietnam Veterans Memorial Bridge. House Concurrent Resolution 103, Representative Duval, a concurrent resolution establishing the Healthcare Workforce Task Force to identify strategies to increase the number of healthcare professionals while maintaining a high-quality standard of care. House Joint Resolution 104, Representative Freeland, a joint resolution designating the Sean Robert King Share the Road Memorial Highway in Lyon County. House Concurrent Resolution 105, Representative Johnson, a concurrent resolution urging the creation of an interstate compact for a competitive electric transmission market using competitive bidding. House Joint Resolution 106, Representative Dossett, a joint resolution directing the Council on Post-Secondary Education to approve a Doctor of Philosophy in Aquaculture and an Aquatic Science program at Kentucky State University. House Concurrent Resolution 107, Representative Cook, a concurrent resolution establishing the Charitable Gaming Modernization Task Force to study, review, and report on updates to Kentucky's charitable gaming statutes and administrative regulations. House Concurrent Resolution 108, Representative Klein's, a concurrent resolution establishing the Early Childhood Education Governance and Outcomes Task Force. House Joint Resolution 109, Representative Fugit, a joint resolution designating the Staff Sergeant John Pott Spencer Jr. Memorial Highway in Perry County. House Joint Resolution 110, Representative Sharp, a joint resolution directing the Kentucky Office of Homeland Security to conduct investigations measuring the Commonwealth's capabilities and vulnerabilities during a potential conflict in the Indo-Pacific and European regions. House Concurrent Resolution 111, Representative Chester Burton, a concurrent resolution declaring the right to adequate food. House Resolution 112, Representative Chester Burton, a resolution recognizing August 21st, 2026 as Senior Citizens Day in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. House Concurrent Resolution 113, Representative Moser, a concurrent resolution establishing the Rural Health Transformation Task Force. And House Concurrent Resolution 114, Representative Hart, a concurrent resolution recognizing the importance of having a physician present in every emergency department and the critical need for improving rural health care.
House stand at ease. Clerk, please report.
House Bill 9, Representative Petrie, an act relating to regulated substances and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Next order of business is adjournment. Gentleman from McCracken.
Mr. Speaker, I move you, sir, the House shall stand adjourned until 2 p.m., March 5, the year of our Lord, 2026.
Without objection, the House will stand adjourned until 2 p.m., Thursday, March 5th, the year of our Lord, 2000.